Hello everyone, hello, how are we doing today? Today we are going to be playing some more Mario Eclipse. Very excited. Sorry for not streaming yesterday. I just wasn't feeling good yesterday, but now we're back. We are so back. We're so back. You see, we're so back that it couldn't even possibly begin to be over. For real! It is so true. But yeah, let's get this started, shall we? I did not see that. Amador. I've been a little busy today. Got to see End of Evangelion in theaters today, which was awesome. But yeah, yeah, no, yesterday, and honestly this morning, I was just feeling terrible, but, now we're back. Now I'm feeling pretty good. And now we're playing some Mario Sunshine, which is awesome. Oh, yeah! Alright, so last time we did, yeah, last time we did Airto Rock and, what was the other one we did? We did Lighthouse Island. So this time, we're gonna do Warship Island, and then we're gonna do, Hotel Lacrima. And after that, since I don't gotta be up early tomorrow, we'll be fighting Bowser. And then that will leave next time for us to do the post-game, which I'm very excited for. The post-game of this is awesome. But yeah. Okay. Let's go. How many blue? Oh, we got 16 out of 20. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's the thing. Honestly, aside from just like a few scattered coins, we've been doing pretty well about getting everything. Actually, let me check that real quick. Honestly, the only one we've really done bad on was No Key Bay, but that is okay. No, regular Sunshine honestly doesn't have half of this stuff. Like, right now, this level is all new for Eclipse. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to play this. I've been looking forward to this today. Ardeo Trail. Let's go. This is so exciting, for real. Secret Shine! Yeah, Vanilla Sunshine would have ended after, Pianta Village or Noki Bay. Jeffy! Alright, so where does this lead to? Yep, this is exactly where we need to go. Awesome. Minefield mayhem. This is so scary. Ah! Hey you, 10 hot sailor, or however it goes. We got ourselves a problem, you see. During the testing of our new submarine, we hit the wrong button. Now the entire lagoon is crawling with deadly mines. Use the rockets we've strategically placed around. Oh, it's not violating history. Get back in line, sailor. Oh, you don't want to? Ha ha ha. Too bad. You've been officially drafted. Oh no, I don't want to go fight in a war. It's crazy. Boom. The sailors have an interesting take on what actually makes a warship. Alright, so the question is, where are the rockets? A rocket? Rockets explode! Blood think he Woody from Toy Story. Yeah, this level is all new for Sunshine. Oh, that was a little bit too high. But yeah, no, honestly, these levels are really good. The Eclipse team really did a good job at making, like, Sunshine-esque levels. And I'm not doing a very good job at aiming. So we're gonna grab another rocket. Grab another rocket, Mario. I didn't say, you know, that. Oh, get away from me. Boom! So how's everyone been doing? I didn't get to stream yesterday just because, I mean, I was beat. Honestly, doing like essentially 12-hour shifts back to back to back got the best of me. I mean, that's just the unfortunate thing, like, this is the kind of stuff, like, people are having to do to make ends meet nowadays, and it's insane. So, yeah, is that a blue coin? Yeah! And if it's slightly dark, like the footage, I've kind of adjusted it so that, you know, we can actually see what's going on. So, I feel like a major problem that we were having in the beginning was that, like, some of the, like, Eclipse stuff was very dark for some reason. Even in the regular mode, but I think in this level it works well. Like, look, it's kind of cloudy, but, you know, it's not so dark that it's like, whoa, what's going on? Boom! Let's go. Now the question is, where are the other rockets? Kind of running low on rockets. Oh, there's some over there. Okay, that'll be very handy. Uh-oh. What? Something going on with my mic? Hold on. Let me check if my mic is doing okay. Seems to be alright to me, so we're gonna keep going. Blue coin! You know, the thing about blue coins is, like, I get how some of them can be tedious, but people who just hate the idea of the blue coins in general, I don't understand. Because it's like, you know, the blue coins actually are a lot of fun to, like, collect when you see them. Hold on. Ah. Well, so that just happened. Yes, we've been drafted, we know. Come on, come on, come on! Boom! Two. Alright, there we go. There's those. Let's go! Okay. Fair enough, man. Yeah. I should just ruin my, $300 microphone. That would be funny. I actually got a really good deal on this microphone. If I can get another one, I will. I don't know, I have a weird tendency to, like, get doubles of everything. I don't know why. I mean, just look at my Mario hat collection. I have, like, you know, 10 of the same fucking hat, but... I don't know, maybe it's just because, like... There's stuff of mine that got, like, destroyed when I was younger. And it's like, damn, I wish I still had that. I don't know, it's like a kind of a compulsive thing of mine. Boom! Oh, we were going so fast it kicked Mario out of the boat. It's a pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah! Let's go! This is so fun and cool. Exciting for real. Yeah! We did it. We got the shine. I like how Mario's like hat texture looks in this in this game. Yes, there is a game where Mario technically did fight in Vietnam. It's called it's Mario Bombs Away. It was a Game & Watch title that came out in like the very early 80s. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea, but I don't know. Hooray. We get to play as Mario again. That's just so cool. Hey you, I have another important job for you. Oh, of course your draft hasn't expired yet. Are you nuts? Anyway, when trying to discharge the mine safely, we shot a bunch of our cannonballs into the sea. We even hit our own base with the suckers. Incredible. The job is simple. Retrieve the cannonballs to this crate. We counted 5 in total. What a waste. At ease, and good luck, sailor. Hoo-yah! The sailor's very lazy. Maybe he should clean it up himself. You said it, Flood, for real. Man, I'm hungry. You know, that's a good question. I mean, there have been a lot of theories on both, but I think it makes sense that Mario is the original Jumpman. Because, I mean, if he wasn't, then what point is there in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series that, you know, includes Pauline? Like, if he weren't, it just wouldn't make all that much sense.
It's already 11 p.m.
Yes, it is, Mr. Flower. Because, I mean, keep in mind, they have made Pauline, like, a love interest in other games. Plus, you know, Donkey Kong 94 kind of explained what happened. Like, at the end of that game, you know, Mario does go to the Mushroom Kingdom. So, I don't know. Like, the whole idea that Mario is not the guy from Donkey Kong, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I know people, they have their own headcanons and they want to, you know, do that, but I don't know. Speaking of, I think the next Mario game that we play is probably going to be, oh, motherfucker. I think the next Mario game we play is probably going to be Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Because, and honestly, I think we're going to play the original first. DK94, I'm holding off on until, I think the guy's name is Mac, or Mark. When his deluxe port is finished, we will play that one. Because I have been looking forward to that one. But, yeah, until then, we're just going to start off with Mario vs. Donkey Kong 1. And I would love to play some of the others, like, you know, Miniland Mayhem. I grew up with that one. I'd love to play that, but for some reason, that one just does not work on Wii U, which the reason I even bring that up is because those games are perfect for the Wii U. Kind of like Angry Birds, to where, you know, having a touchpad to actually use for those games is going to be a lot better than me trying to work with a mouse. Because I just don't do well with a computer mouse, quite frankly. Is there another one? Am I missing one? Oh, I think I am. Where's the last one? Am I stupid? Where the fuck is it? I may be stupid. Hold on, let's go look for this. Okay. But yeah, well, Lady is Pauline. Like, that is confirmed. Now, everything else with Donkey Kong's story, it initially made pretty good sense, and then they kind of botched it, because they wanted to, you know, they wanted to change things up, and I don't blame them, but the way in which they did it kind of botched the story. Because personally, I think, you know, I think Mario and Pauline and all them being, you know, who they were. And then the original Donkey Kong was Cranky Kong. That made a lot of sense, but they changed it for some reason. And I don't exactly know why. You know, Donkey Kong Prime, that is, the original, or, it's the son of DK Jr. I think that made a lot of sense, but they changed some stuff around. Alright, where is it at? I believe it's in the lab. Let me go check there real quick. Also, the way they changed this is very useful, I gotta admit. But yeah, what I was talking about, though, is that the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, despite the remake coming out, you know, having some better physics and stuff, I still think the original has a lot of merit just because of the personality they gave Mario in those games. It really does irk me that they did change this for the remake. But yeah, Mario used to have a little bit of edge to him. Not like in a, oh, he's like Shadow the Hedgehog edgy. No, what I'm talking about is, I don't know, he used to have a little bit of edge to him to where, you know, of course he was Mario and he was a nice guy, but he could really be an asshole sometimes. But they changed that about him. And I feel like, you know, Mario vs. Donkey Kong kind of displayed that perfectly. The original. And I love the way they did it. Because, you know, Donkey Kong breaks into the Mario toy factory. And Mario's like fucking pissed. And he's just like, come back here, you big monkey. But yeah, no. In the new one, they're just like, no, stop. I'm Mr. Smiley Guy. And it's like, bro. Could you not think of anything better than Mario just being like, I'm angry, but I'm not going to say anything because that would mean that Mario gets mad sometimes. I don't know why they did that. Alright, where is the last cannonball? Like, I'm actually a little confused here. Is it on one of the ships? Possibly, possibly. Yeah, this is actually a little confusing. I don't know where the last one is. Or did we get all of them and I'm just a moron? That may be the case. That might just be the case. Because I'm not seeing any arrows. Oh yeah, no, I'm a fucking moron. Thanks for doing my job. I mean, your job, sailor. Take this Medal of Honor for your service. Hello, how's it going? Yeah! Atop the warship. Because, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, if we're talking about that, then Cranky Kong, in his prime, would have been 25 to 30. Because gorillas live 40 to 50 years, on average. Actually, no. On average, they live 35 to 40 years. So, Cranky Kong in his prime would have been late 20s, early 30s. Or who knows? We really don't know how old Cranky Kong was when he kidnapped Pauline, but I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. There's some context that we're missing, but simultaneously we don't need to look too much into this. It's a fucking Mario game. But no, I mean, if we're gonna like look into this, like, I don't know, from a perspective of actually digging into it a little bit. And, actually, I'll tell you where the timeline problems come in for Nintendo making Mario like eternally 25 for some reason. If Mario were in his 30s, then I could easily make sense of the Mario timeline. Because at that point, you know, make Donkey Kong, like, you know, a teenager. Say that Mario is, like, I don't know, 33. That would mean that Donkey Kong would be a 13-year-old gorilla. That would mean that Cranky Kong, he's an old man, so, you know, he's in his 30s. So, I mean, there is a way to make it make sense, but I don't know. Instead, when it comes to lore, Nintendo will build something, and then play coy about it, and then be like, well, actually, you know, the explanation that makes sense is wrong, but, yeah. Because I gotta be real. When I heard that Mario was supposed to only be, like, 25, it shocked me. Because I gotta be real, I don't know a single 25-year-old who can grow a mustache like that. Just being real here. Like, you know, some people are more gifted than I am when it comes to, like, having facial hair, but I don't know. Even amongst those, I don't know if someone who can grow such, like, a detailed mustache in their 20s. Yeah! How's it going, man? We're just playing some Mario Sunshine, and we're talking about Mario's timeline. Because, I mean, that's the thing, like, the timeline could only make sense if Mario is, like, in his 30s. Because if he is, like, early 30s, then it would make perfect sense. Because, you know, Cranky Kong... Let's... Alright, let's kind of work this out. So, gorillas live about half the lifespan of people. So, you know, let's say that a 50-year-old gorilla would be 100, a 40-year-old gorilla would be 80, a 30-year-old gorilla would be 60. So if Cranky Kong kidnapped Pauline... Well, no. I mean, here's the thing. Let's go by, Donkey Kong 94 logic. Let's say that... Hold on. While we're doing this, I think it would be best to get 100 coins. But yeah, no, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Mario was 25 during the first... Actually, no. For the sake of argument, let's say that he was in his early 20s. Let's not make it an exact age. So let's say he was in, you know, his early 20s when Donkey Kong happened. And let's say that Donkey Kong Sr. is in his 20s to 30s by the time the original Donkey Kong happened. Let's say late 20s, early 30s for Donkey Kong. Because, you know, I mean, there are some old people to when, you know, they get old. Like, they can age, like, I don't know, 20 years in, like, a year. Maybe something similar happened to Cranky Kong. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to find my name. Just call me Mario. I'd prefer it that way. But yeah, I mean... Blue coin! But yeah, no, I mean, for the timeline to make sense, if Mario was, you know, in his early 20s when Donkey Kong happened, and let's say that a year passes for, you know, Donkey Kong Jr., and then, you know, the original Mario Brothers. You know, theoretically, he could be 25 by the time that Super Mario Brothers 1 happens. Son of a bitch, can we get up there? God, okay. There we go. Okay. I have not seen that, actually. I have not. But yeah, I mean, keep in mind, like, you know, if that were the case, if my theory there is correct, then that would, you know, put Mario in his 20s when the original games happen. And let's say that Donkey Kong Country, because depending on what is actually true, because some games call Donkey Kong, or call Cranky Kong, you know, Donkey Kong's father, other games call him his grandfather, which, you know, either could make sense in this timeline, then that would put Donkey Kong, like, Donkey Kong Prime, I don't know, like, put him in his teens. Cranky Kong would be, you know, in his 30s. And Mario would also be in his 30s. Cranky Kong would be late 30s. Mario would be early 30s. I don't know. It's kind of complicated when you really get to, like, thinking about it, because, like, I don't know, it's a fucking Mario game. We're taking it too seriously here. We're losing the plot here, I'm afraid, but no, I mean, when you really think about it, the timeline does get a little convoluted when you think about those kinds of things, because real. Mario is just like 4. He was 4 years old when Donkey Kong happened. The mustache hair was just incredibly good hair genetics, apparently. But no, I mean, I'm serious here. Like, when you really get to thinking about the timeline, it's like, there are explanations for certain things, but Miyamoto being like, no, we can't have story in a Mario game. It really does throw a wrench in it. If Mario never ages, then, like, why does Cranky Kong age? If Mario is eternally 25, then if Mario is eternally 25, then it just would not make sense for Donkey Kong to happen, which Nintendo has been pretty adamant that, you know, Donkey Kong was Mario Prime and not, you know, a separate character. Good God, I am looking way too deeply into this. It's not that deep, Unk. But no, I mean, if we are critically thinking about this, then Mario being eternally 25 would not work for the timeline. Because, I mean, I've had busy years, but I don't think I've had years that are that fucking busy. Like, Mario would have to be early 30s. Real. We're we're trying to, like, make sense of a literal baby game plot. I don't know, man. I'm losing the plot a little bit. The target demographic of, you know, like what, like 5-year-olds? I don't know. I'm losing the plot here. Yeah. Because, I mean, here's the thing. At the end of Donkey Kong 94, Pauline is confirmed to be a love interest to Mario. So sometime between DK94 I mean, one of the simplest explanations, Donkey Kong 94 isn't canon. That would be a very simple explanation. But, I mean, it does fit, you know. Because simultaneously, I mean, while it does wrap everything up in a nice bow, story-wise, there is one issue that DK94 has, is that it displaces the events of Mario Bros. 83, which have to happen, because that is how Mario gets to the Mushroom Kingdom. Because, you know, he's a plumber. He's working his plumbing job. So I think the easiest explanation is that, like, nothing in the Donkey Kong games actually happened in terms of the timeline. That is literally the easiest explanation. We can write it off, because Mario in those games is technically a carpenter. He was not a plumber. So, really, I think that's the simplest explanation. You just gotta write it off. I mean, that's the thing. The Mario timeline, when you critically think about it, it makes no fucking sense. And I love Mario games. Like, that is why I don't think too hard into them. Because it's like, you know, it's kind of its own separate thing. Like, Mario 64, like, the only real, like, timeline thing for Mario is really with the 3D games. I mean, there's the 2D games, you know. Like, Mario has to beat Bowser for the first time in Mario 1. Yeah, according to this game, though, Mario Brothers Arcade has to happen, too. Donkey Kong doesn't have to happen. It's Mario Brothers Arcade that's absolutely necessary. Because, when talking to Flood, you know, he shows footage from Mario 1, Mario 3. Mario 2 in the timeline didn't happen, because that was just a dream. But yeah, so that has to happen. So the events of Mario 1 through 3 happen. The events of Mario 64 happen. And that's it. Like, nothing else really needs to happen for Sunshine to fit in the timeline. And then Galaxy is kind of its own thing. I don't know. We really are losing the plot here. We're Bing Bing Wahoo game. It's not that deep, Unk. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things, you know. If you're gonna think about it, then we gotta think about it to the fullest extent. Alright. Alright. Alright, Marvin, this way. But, I don't know. Mario games are all fun. But the point of what I was trying to say, like, the reason I even initially brought it up, I'm planning on playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong next Mario game. Because that game is awesome. But the thing about that game is that I was trying to decide what we're going to play. Are we going to play the original, or are we going to play the remake? Oh, I found it! There's real treasure here. Now I just gotta dig it up. Do we have to spray something on the ground? I don't think so. But I think we're good. I think we're gonna go back down here. No, not like that! Fuck! Mario, what are you doing? Oh, and we lost all our water. That's fun. That's so cool. I'm in love when we lose all our water. Real. Because, I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. Mario has a lot more than people give him credit for. You know, people just want to be like, well, Mario is just about being like Bing Bing Wahoo. But I don't know, I feel like the games have a little bit more to tell than that. But, I don't know, I feel like the reputation that it's gained with that, in particular, that is solely Nintendo's fault. Because they have made sure that it's nothing more than that. But, like, I don't know, I feel like there's more to tell than that. There we go. Whew! Okay. Alright, we gotta climb this one too, just in case we have a coin. So I believe there's coins on all three of them. We were correct. Boom! That's all we got? I mean, I'll take it, but... Aw, motherfucker. That's okay, we need more water. Yeah, no, I remember that era where everyone was just making Mario out to be, like, either a psychotic, like, killer, or just, like, an asshole. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit more nuance than the disingenuity that, like, millennials were doing with Mario back in the day. Like, my favorite take on Mario is from the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, where, you know, he was a nice guy, but he did have an edge to him, and he had a breaking point. To where, you know, he's like, oh yeah, I'll be nice, but Donkey Kong, you just fucked up my, like, production line. But I don't know, I feel like the Switch remake kind of just made it like, whoo, my name's Mario, I'm gonna be nice to everybody, and that's my only personality trait for real. I don't know, I know that's like what modern people think that Mario is, but I don't know. I grew up with the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. I like how they gave him a little bit of, like, I don't know, a little, you know, rough edge to his personality. Where, you know, it wasn't like he was just... He wasn't what people on the internet made him out to be back in, like, I don't know, the 2010s, like, lay edgy Mario. But more so just, like, you know, he was human. But I don't know. Nintendo's kind of gone, like, the route that I feel like many companies have done. And they kind of flanderized their own characters. Oh, motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Fuck! God damn it! Mario fucking platform. I've gone on about how this is my favorite game in the series with the tightest controls, and you're proving me wrong. Alright, where is the last coin? I believe it's on one of the clouds on the first island. Or not. I could just be wrong, lying through my teeth. Because that's fun. Alright, we're gonna go down here. Okay, that is not a red coin. I thought there was a red coin down here. Yeah, we are kind of fucked. We lost the red coin. Yeah, no, like, well, that's the thing. He came from the same era. That is the era of Mario that I'm talking about. Actually, that is right on the money. Like, it's weird, because, like, Nintendo's kind of made Mario nowadays a blank slate. And I love Nintendo, but I don't know, it's like, I feel like there's a lot more to Mario than just being, you know, like, the stock image of a smiley face. Like, there's more to him than that, clearly. If there wasn't, I don't think that he would have half the staying power that he's had over, you know, the past, like, half-century of his existence. But yeah, no, that era of Mario was Kino. Alright, let's try and find this real quick. I'm gonna go up and down these towers again real quick. We went up that one completely. I don't need to go back over there, but this one we did skip around on. So we're just gonna go up this one. See what we see. Now I'm gonna feel like a real asshole if we're not missing anything on either of those two towers. And it was literally, you know... Oh, never mind. I was right. We did miss one on this one. There we go. I mean, here's the thing with Luigi. They let Luigi kind of keep his personality. Like, Luigi... I mean, here's my thing with Luigi. They did change it around a little bit, but, like, for all intents and purposes, Luigi has been the same Luigi we've known since about 2003. Because Luigi in the 90s, what he really reminds me of is Furio from The Sopranos, in a strange way. I mean, that's what I base my Luigi voice on. But yeah, no, I mean, the character in the 90s, he was not like the cowardly Luigi that we've had since 2001. The only difference between Luigi then and now is how he looked. Well, between 2001 and 2003. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. I remember this one. This one actually is a lot of fun. I remember this one. Okay. But yeah, what I was saying though is that, like, I don't know. Never mind, I hate this one. But I mean, the thing about it is, like, Mario back in the 2000s had, you know, he had some rough edges on him that made him an actual person rather than, you know, just a blank slate smiley face. But yeah, no, they kind of did take it away, so, like, now what we're left with is, you know, the Mario that we have today, that's not bad, but, like, you get people who complain, well, Mario doesn't have a personality. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing. Like, the early 2000s was peak Mario. The reason I even bring up Mario vs. Donkey Kong is because I was watching the cutscenes between the remake and the original. You know, the gameplay on the remake is a lot better, quite frankly. I think the remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong 1 was kind of needed. Because as much as I love the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, it had some issues. But there we go. Okay. But no, like, the voice lines and stuff from those games, that was my biggest disappointment with myself, with my life, with everything, quite frankly. But, no. All jokes aside. No, my biggest disappointment with the remake, since Charles is not doing the voice of Mario, and they're not actively going to use it for new projects going forward, unless it's like a remake or something. My biggest regret with the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake is that we didn't get some of those lines in their full uncompressed glory. Like, for example, you know, "Come back here, you big monkey!" Like, we didn't get that. The lines during the credits, and honestly, like, just a lot of the flair scenes from the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Fuck. This is gonna take us a while. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. But here's also what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the Mario characters, I mean, aside from Wario, really, Wario has kind of made it through most changes in the series unscathed, quite frankly. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how we did that either. But no, like, Wario has actually had really good luck when it's come to Nintendo, like, making some weird, like, status quo changes in Mario. Like, for some reason, just... why can't we wall jump off that? That's my question. But no, it's like, inexplicably, Wario has pretty much been the same since the 2000s. He didn't really change all that much. I mean, the only thing that's really changed is that, like, his voice with Charles got deeper. It went from how he was portrayed in, like, I don't know, 1997 to what it's been portrayed as ever since 1997. Fuck! Waluigi hasn't really changed all that much either. In all honesty, he's been pretty stagnant, all things considered. Which I'm glad. Like, that's the thing. Maybe it's just... if I can stop, like, fucking up this bonus level. You know, I think it's funny. The one that I said was, like, the hardest one in the game, we did in about 3 or 4 tries. This one, we are just, like, choking on so bad. Okay, there we go. But, Alright, Mario, just stay on this. Just stay on this, buddy. Come on, Mario. Yeah! There we go. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing. Like, early GameCube Mario and late Game Boy Advance Mario, essentially Mario up until, like, the Wii U era, like, he was Mario, but he had a little edge to him. Like, there was... okay. Like, he had a, you know, some rough edges that didn't really need to be, like, changed. Oh, we did. few episodes of that. Yeah, we're gonna go do this one again. Just because, yeah. Just because. Yeah, let's go get the, hover nozzle real quick. Because that's gonna help us out the most. Yeah, no, Mario Strikers too. I mean, that is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like, you know, Mario, he was not a blank slate character. He had some edge to him. Not like, you know, Hot Topic lay safe edgy, but I mean, you know, there was some edge to the character, but like, I don't know, nowadays it very much does feel like just complete Flanderization of the character. Because why, you know, why give him a personality? Like, for example, you motherfuckers. Where are you at? Where you at, buddy? Where'd you go? Boom, boom, get the fuck out of my face. But, no, like... in Mario vs. Donkey Kong, that one I remember specifically because, you know, Mario was mad at Donkey Kong. He wasn't just like, no, stop what you're doing. No, he was like, hey, come back here. And it wasn't like a plea for help, it was a demand. But yeah, and at the end of the game, you know, when he's like, you know, here, have one of these mini Marios. It actually, you know, had more power in the Game Boy Advance version. Because, I don't know, I feel like, you know, him doing it in the Switch port where, you know, he wasn't mad at Donkey Kong. Like, it didn't hold weight because, you know, it was just, you know, I'm gonna be nice to you. Instead of, you know, alright, you have, like, ruined my day. You have ruined my day, put my coworkers' lives in danger. You have been nothing but an asshole. Like, Mario had a reasonable crash out over that, but like, I don't know, instead they're just like, well, it's okay, you didn't mean it. Alright, we're just gonna restart this one, we fucked it up. But yeah, I mean, I guess the point of this little rambling fit was just, I don't know. I think we're gonna play the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, because I prefer the edge that Mario has in those cutscenes. Because they really did give him, you know, personality in those. Whilst nowadays, you know, it's just, I'm a happy, smiley guy. Woohoo! Instead of, you know, my name's Mario. This is so cool and fun and awesome, and I have a personality. He lost aura, as the kids say. Boom. Okay. 4. 1 up. 5. Alright. 6. 6, 7. 8. No, and I mean, that's true, but I feel like it's kind of a shift. And there's been a weird shift. Like, old media, and I promise you, I'm not trying to just be like, well, you see old stuff good because I grew up with it. new stuff bad because I don't like it as much. It's more so just like, back in the day, you could make something, you know, that was where the target audience was all ages, but like, you know, it was for everybody. Well, I'm just saying. But, like, no, the thing about it is, it's like, it's a direct failing of, like, how media companies target audiences nowadays. Like, it used to be, you know, like, we're gonna make this, you know, it's gonna be targeted, you know, towards all ages, but it's gonna be, like, a legitimately good movie. Like, a perfect example of that, I think, is, Toy Story, funnily enough. You know, that, for all intents and purposes, that series is meant for kids. It is meant for a target audience of, like, 6-year-olds. But as an adult, I can go back and watch them, and it's like, you know what? These are genuinely well put together movies. Where nowadays, you know, it's like, you look at movies that are being made for that audience, and it's literally just like, let's flash as many, you know, bright colors on screen as possible. Now the story's not going to be anything, you know, it's going to be a nothing burger of a story, but hey, I mean, look, you get flashing lights, you get, yeah, there you go. There, you can stimulate your eyeballs for 90 minutes. When back in the day, you know, movies actually used to be made for, you know, like, even when it was made for younger audiences, like, they're movies that held up. Think of, like, you know, any Disney movie from, like, the 90s. It's like those movies, as an adult, you can watch them. You know, have a good time. Because they're actual movies, and it's not just, like, slop meant for, like, kids that it's like, well, you know, they're not going to care anyway. And I mean, that's been going on with a lot of media, I feel like. They don't trust the audience enough these days. So now they have to make, like, the most surface level presumptions about, like, their audience. And I've said similar things about gaming. Like, you know, back in the day, they trusted the players' ability, but now they market towards, you know, the lowest common denominator. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with movies as well. It's like the lowest common denominator has gotten a lot lower. You know, well, here's the thing. Out of everything, I think Mario Wonder's art style is personally the thing that I think is, like, best about the game, like, legitimately. I think that its art style, like, held up really well. Here, give me just a second here. But no, I think that the art style for the game has, like, actually held up really well. That was, like, the best part of it. I wouldn't even say that. I'd say it's more so, they were trying something different. Because millennials, like, just wouldn't stop fucking crying over, "New Super Mario Brothers is bad!" Because some, like, Nintendo YouTubers didn't like it. Like, that's really the bottom line. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Alright, we're back. No, I just feel like, you know... 10 hot sailor, you're needed for another assignment. This tank used to be filled with amphibious breeds of stew, but they managed to escape and are on the loose. They've begun to mutate from the environment exposure. Give them a good old stomp to subdue them while we can lock them up again. Hoo-yah! But no, I feel like, you know, something is made for a younger audience is used as an excuse nowadays to just make, like, bottom-of-the-barrel slop and be like, well, you know, it's... Who cares? You're gonna forget it in, like, 5 minutes anyway. I don't know. I mean, that's just the thing about it. It sucks, but it is what it is. But I don't know, I feel like if those were... If that's the reason why Mario lost his edge, that really disappoints me. Because, I mean, there's a difference between having wide appeal and making your stuff as sanitary as, like, a saltine cracker. We're missing someone. I feel like he's gonna be in this hallway. Possibly. Or we gotta go back and talk to him. Let's do that first and foremost. Well, those dudes aren't gonna knock themselves out. Oh well. Maybe they actually would. What are you talking about? We've eaten all of them. Did that fuck up the mission? Were we... Okay, we might have fucked up this mission, like, hard. Yeah, I think we might have just fucked this up completely. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to eat them. You know, that would make sense. That would make sense. We're not supposed to fucking eat the stews. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I don't know. It's just the way that a lot of media companies are doing things nowadays. They don't want any edge to their stuff. They just want to make it, you know, for the lowest common denominator of people, and it sucks, because it's like, you know, like, I get wanting to have a wide appeal, but, you know, making it just kind of sloppish, I don't know. For me personally, you know, the most important opinion. Ow! But no, like, my personal opinion, you know, the most important opinion on here, is that, I don't know, it just disappoints me that, like, you know, they're taking away some of the appeal of some of these characters, so, you know, people can now have an excuse to be like, they don't have a personality, what does it matter anyway? I don't know. That's just my take on it. I feel like if companies would actually, you know, take some risks, then, I don't know, we could have a lot more interesting stuff. Like, I've said this for years about Nintendo specifically. Like, the day that they you know, just completely abandoned the Nintendo ideals from the GameCube era of trying new things, and now they just want to make the most surface level stuff. I don't know. That's when I feel that, you know, Nintendo kind of lost a little bit of its magic, personally. Okay, are we missing something? We might be. We might be missing something. Possibly. Maybe. 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 It's this fucker right here. Yeah, we are. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, we weren't supposed to eat them because apparently eating them makes that not count. I don't know why, but I guess we had to learn the hard way and do this mission twice. Yeah! Jeffy! Mario is problematic media? No, I almost got away. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you and your flood backpack. And your stupid dog, too. Something else I found that was pretty cool. I went to Target the other day out of town, and they had a ton of SH Figure Arts Marios for like $10. Which is awesome.
It's 12 a.m.
Yes, it is. It is 12 a.m. We're going to be streaming until I feel like it, Flower. Did you know that? Did you know that we're going to stream and it's going to be later than 12 a.m. It might even be 1 a.m. You know, I give this flower a lot of shit, but I do love the talking flower. He's a lot of fun to have on my desk. Purple Yoshi, let's go. Super purple power. Oh, well, that sucks. Oh well. Not the bees! Not the bees! Let's go! So we have 18 of 20 coins. Okay, we're not doing bad. What are you doing in here, buddy? Hey, someone finally found me! I'm looking at this old treasure map that was lost in here. I think there's a lost treasure picture out there somewhere. All I can gather is that it was hidden in the sand. If you go searching, I wish you luck. Yeah? Dude, Freddy Fazbear's awesome. Me and him would have slumber parties. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, honestly, I've never gotten, like, why FNAF is, like, so scary. I don't know. I've never been much of, like, a horror guy anyway. Like, I don't know. For me, like, horror is either, like, too unrealistic or, I don't know. And that's not even, like, me being, le contrarian because I'm better than everyone else. It's not even that. It's more so just, like, I don't know. Because I legitimately have tried to play Five Nights at Freddy's before. Oh yeah, we gotta use that boat. Oops. My bad. But no, I mean, my thing is just more so, like, the lore is very interesting to FNAF and stuff. But I don't know. No! No! You fucker! Thanks, boat. Boom. Yeah. Bro, that just sounds like a night shift job that I've worked. There we go. Okay. I wonder if there's a key for the chest in the cargo ship somewhere. 19. Coin number 19. Okay. The key! Hooray! And number 20, we actually got everything. I am shocked, actually, that we were able to get everything. I mean, be that as it may, I don't know. For me, I've always had the mindset of, you know, if you're not gonna do something good, then why even do it? As you can clearly tell by some of my videos, I put the utmost effort into making all of my videos. No, I don't. Some of them are really phoned in. But no, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, when it comes to, like, big projects like that, it's like, you know, if you're not even gonna try, then why do it? Dude. Maybe that is the case. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe I am just old. I don't even think it's that, though. I think it's just like... I don't know. I don't really scare easily, to be honest. Hooray, we got Yoshi back. It is so cool. Now, the secret shine in this, I know where it's at. It's a bird. It's going to be on one of those 2 islands. I actually have had a power outage while playing GameCube. You want to know the scariest thing that happened whenever I played GameCube? My, I believe it's a bird. That's the secret shine here. I'll have to double check that, though, but I believe it's some sort of bird that appears during one of the missions on these. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong, and I think I am wrong. I think I'll have to look up what the secret shine is, but, no, legitimately, like, I don't scare easily. I get stressed out very easily, though. That's the thing, like... Actually being scared and being stressed are 2 different things. I stress out very easily. Easier than most, quite frankly, but... In terms of, like, I don't know, actual, like... scaring... It's not very easy to do with me. Alright, we'll grab this shine, and then I guess I'm gonna look up what the secret shine here is, because I don't know where it's at. I thought it was the, I thought it was a bird on top of here, but apparently not. Apparently they changed it. Wario World, I mean, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I could have sworn it was a bird for the secret shine here. But I'm probably wrong. Because we did the red coin run. They did change it. Because it used to be a bird on top of here. Okay. So it turns out it's going to be right over here. Because I remember it used to be a fucking bird and it was on that second island. But now, we got to spray the sand. Yep, there it is. And that's our last shine. Yeah! A little bit. You know what? I lied. Having to deal with anything, like when it comes to like the government, is very scary. No, taxes are such a sham. Oh boy, we get to go here. That's awesome. No, and I'm being sincere when I say that, because it's like, you know, like taxes is essentially, oh yeah, you know, we know exactly how much you owe us, but we're going to make you do a math problem to figure it out. And if you're wrong by even a little bit, then you go to jail. It's really fucked. And now we get to go to Hotel Lacrima. Oh. Oh, mamma mia. That's the shine. Oh, this one is fun. I've actually really been looking forward to this one. Who's this guy? Leave me alone, I'm busy. Something's off about that place. It feels ominous. Hey! You going inside? Let me look you over first. Alright, head on in. Stay out of the kitchen, though. Oh boy. Let's go inside. You know what? I would. I've worked at restaurants before. I actually do enjoy cooking. Who's this guy? It's Yoshi's Island in the background. That's cool. Hey man, you got anything to say to me? Listen to the way she plays. Lonely, isn't it? I know I could be a good partner for her. But she never seems to have the time. I just want to see her smile. The soothing tones of the strong piano always seem to take me back. Bygone days of young love and passionate heartthrob. I could have been his. Sometimes I wonder why I walked away. Yet here I am again, playing for yesterday, yearning so long. I feel as though I'm with him once more. Let's see. Oh, we got Galaga, Frogger, Monkey Ball, Tetris, Dig Dug, Space Invaders. Do we have any good machines here? We got Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Jr., Pong, Joust, Pac-Man. Do we have Mario Brothers? Oh, out of order. Man, even this arcade is lacking on my favorite arcade game. The men in black tried to cramp my style, but I fear no one. Still, better to be safe than sorry. I got a challenge for you, but you gotta wait. Come back once those bullies are humbled, then we can play. Real. No, unironically, I have a very hot take about Thousand Year Door. Everyone likes to say how good that game is. It's overrated as fuck. Let's talk to him. If you know what's good for you, you'll scram. Oh, this dish is on the brink of crisping over. I haven't gotten the right ingredient to finish the meal. If only I had something spicy. Is that what I think it is? That's Mario Party! Hell yeah! What a mess. Nobody came into work because they're all sick of the chef. Short stuff over here keeps barking orders at everyone. Maybe that new guy is laying the pressure down, who knows? But it's all chop chop this and chop chop that. He doesn't lay off the overbearing overburdens. I'll chop chop chase off that little chef right out of this big kitchen. It's so true. No, but let me elaborate on what I said. I think Thousand Year Door is overrated. Because here's the thing. Everyone talks about how good Thousand Year Door is. But when you critically think about it, it's just Paper Mario 64's story, but more convoluted. And I'm not joking, like... And trust me, like, I like the game. Don't get me wrong. But... Hey, some creep broke in here! Get him! But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think Thousand Year Door is overrated. It's a good game, but people are like, oh, it's the best Mario RPG of all time. It's literally just Paper Mario 64, but worse in terms of story. And I stand by that. Oh, they made this a little harder in this update. Okay. Sneak past the guards. Metal Gear. Speaking of, Metal Gear Master Collection Volume 2 comes out soon. I'm actually very excited for that. Gotta be quick! Hey guys, check out this guy walking in here. So you think you got the smarts, eh? Think you're tougher than us? We ought to knock his skull in. This hotel's ours to control. What do you say, big boss? You want to show this guy how? Hotel Crema belongs to us, the Mafia. You better be wise to remember that, bub. I know you're kind. Greedy little blue coin grabber. We control the economy down here, you understand me? If you think you're so tough, why don't you try this on for size? Boys, bring out the stew squadron. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing. I say this, and I love Thousand Year Door. Where'd my hat go? Where the fuck did my hat go? My hat! Has anyone seen my hat? Yeah! He beat the stews! Yeah, no, like, here's the thing. Gameplay-wise, it is an improvement on 64. I'm talking about, like, story-wise. Everyone praises the story of it. But personally, I think it's honestly a worse story. And especially a worse Mario story than 64 was. Just, like, objectively looking at it. He beat the stews! This guy might actually be pretty tough. We ought to go bigger. Hold on, I want to watch this play out. Ha! You think that was tricky? You ain't seen nothing yet. The Stew Senate will teach you not to mess with the Pianta Mafia. Uh-oh, this is kind of scary for real. Yeah. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, these guys are in Thousand Year Door. $200 says the new guy wins. No way, the stew's got this guy in the bag. I raise you 300. This guy's mopping the floor with us. Maybe we should leave him alone? Bah, I got the final say around here. Prepare to face our best fighters, the Stew Syndicate. Uh-oh. This is actually pretty scary. He did it! All our trained stews are done for! I ain't going in there next. Let him through, boss. I like your style, little man. You got lots of guts. I know when I'm beat. Have it your way. You surprised me, little man. We'll let you explore the hotel, as you please. This shine was meant for the arena champ. I guess that's you now. Yes. That's part of my reasoning. Take these. We'll recognize you from here on out. Being initiated into the Mafia with these sunglasses is admittedly pretty cool. I can't wait for the mission in this where Mario has to go, like, I don't know, stab an ice pick through someone. Super sweet sabotage. Now, this is one of my favorite levels because I feel like some of the others in this, while they're good levels, they don't abide by the Mario Sunshine philosophy of letting the level tell a story. Like, legitimately. I think this one does the best job at it. It, you know, each episode actually does tell a story. And I feel like that's not as much, or it's not, you know, priority in as much or as many of these levels. Because some of these levels prioritizes, you know, gameplay, which is good. I mean, I feel like Mario Sunshine had a combination of levels telling a story and that, but I think that this level in particular does the best job with just outright telling a story. Yeah! That turbo pack lets you move faster than the boats, yeah? Pretty great for running away from people, I bet. Methinks you have a point. God, the term methinks is so fucking stupid. I don't know why it's even in the English vernacular, but it is so funny to me whenever I think about it. Methinks that there's a shine. For real, dude, for real. Honestly, I think this this mission is like a canon event for anyone who is in an Italian family. Yeah, the rocket nozzle is going to do us more good here. I like how we're just stealing this guy's tips for fun. Mario's the type of guy to go to a restaurant and be like, "Oh, there is free money on the table." And then just take it. Yeah, we're gonna go for 100 coins this mission. Sorry for not answering your question earlier. I was staring at it, but, like, I don't know, my brain just didn't want to read. Anyway. It's actually not that hard to get it up and running. I have this currently running on a Wii. Like, to actually get this game running, you have to have your legal copy of Mario Sunshine. And, you just have to put it through the patcher. Like, if you do that, then, like, then, essentially, like, it'll just run out of the box. Like, as long as you patch your legal, Mario Sunshine backup, then, yeah, it's really simple to get up and running. Like, you've seen how good the performance is on stock hardware, too. Like, honestly, running it on Dolphin, you can get it running at, like, 4K, 60 FPS, and it runs pretty well. I could have done that here, but I don't know, I just prefer... Like, I legitimately prefer playing Mario Sunshine at 30. And at 480p. I don't know. Like, for me, I've always had this thing where, you know, it's like, well, I prefer to, you know, play games kind of how they were originally intended. Like, I'm not a stickler for original hardware, but, like, when it comes to resolutions and stuff, as long as it's, like, presentable, then I'm good with that. Like, playing Mario 64 on Mario 64 DS on anything but the DS, I'll dabble in messing with the settings, but I don't know. Yeah, that is true. Hooray, we get to wait on the elevator. Elevators! Eels. Something I think is funny is how the uncensored audio for that episode for Sailor Mouth actually somehow got released to the public. Oh my god, can I please get the fucking coin? There we go. Okay. So we have 88 coins. Well, I suppose you can pass through. You bet your ass I can pass through. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. But yeah, the plan for tonight, we'll do these. And then, or we'll do this level. And then we'll fight Bowser. Because I believe that's all we gotta do. We just gotta get Bowser Jr. in this level, and then Bowser's opened up, but... yeah, no. This should be fun. Yeah! Hello, sweetie. You may know my husband, Big Daddy of Blooper Surfing. I'm Big Mama of Booty Scooting, and I own this slide. If you can survive and make it to the end, there's a prize waiting. I'll even give you a secret prize if you can beat the course record. Good luck. Alright, so we gotta do this slide. This one actually is pretty fun. There we go. Checkpoint. Whee! Ha ha! This is not fun. No! No, Mario, no! Come on, Mario. You can do it. Oh, it didn't count. It didn't count because we didn't hit all the fucking checkpoints. Awesome. It's great. That's fucking wonderful. Alright, come on. Let's do this. No, this one was kind of a pain to do originally. Initially, like, the checkpoints weren't there, so you could kind of cheese it, but, like, now you can't do that. Thanks, game designers, for patching the exploit. I am so thankful you did that. Yep, checkpoint number 2. Ooh! Yeah, you have to hit all the checkpoints. Mario's now stuck. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's do this. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I gotta lock in a little bit. Come on, Mario. Don't fall off the edge. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Here we go. There we go. Hooray! This is so cool. Yep, we gotta do this one more time. Hello, sweetie. You may know my husband, Big Daddy of blooper surfing. I'm Big Mama of booty scooting. Yes. Alright, so we gotta do this in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Alright. Checkpoint number 1. Like, as long as you pass through these checkpoints, you can kind of do whatever you want here. Sorry, I'm being real quiet so we can lock in. In a way, the checkpoints are useful, because now you know exactly what you have to hit for it to count. Alright. Go down the slide. There we go. We barely made it. Whew. That was pretty scary. Honestly, that wasn't even that bad. I made it a lot worse than it actually was. You can, actually. You can. Using it on anything else but that, though, is a bit of a pain. Because that, like, honestly, for some games is how I prefer playing. Hey, mister, want to try my ball tossing challenge? I got 4 baskets within a minute. If you can get 5 or more, I'll give you a trophy. Okay, then, toss away. Alright, we just need one more basket. Yes, you can. The Wii remotes are a little bit more convoluted to actually get set up. Hey, you won! Nice job, mister! Yeah. Jeffy. So now, I believe we have to go, up here. Yes, because there is a secret stage there. So we have this secret stage, and then we gotta go back for the red coins. Then it's Bowser Jr., then I think it's, there's one mission in here that I'm really looking forward to. Like, very much so. I like these missions, they're a lot of fun, but there's one in particular that I am ecstatic about. And you'll see when we get to it. Oh, this is a good one, okay. We can work with this. This one actually is a lot of fun. I know these are supposed to be wood, but the texture makes it look like ice cream. I don't know why. Also, look at the background. They got the Mario Galaxy Toy Time background in here, which I think is a really cool detail. No, fuck! We'll try a different way. That did not work. That did not work. In the slightest. Oh, no! There was another rare line from Mario. Yeah, sometimes when you die, Mario has these, like, weird flare lines that he'll say. Like, I know in this one, sometimes when he dies, he's like, no! Oh, mamma mia, the horror, arrivederci. And he says that, and it's fun. But it's rare when it comes up. Like, it's only under certain circumstances, which I don't know how we hit it that time. Because that's typically reserved for, like, a burn kill, when you, like, fry Mario to death. Hey, Mario, get the fuck off here. Oh my god. I've praised how you control in this game. And now we're back there. Awesome. Okay. Mario, you're making me look bad. I've been trying to defend you for this game being the best, but you're just making me look like an asshole. What? Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was. Okay, get on this, Mario. Come on. Yeah! Alright, now right here. Hooray. Nice, dude. That's fucking awesome. Oh, the mission I'm thinking of was mission 8. Okay, that actually makes sense. Guess we gotta wait for the elevator. Escalators, eels. Yeah! Dude, I mean, sometimes the price is just so good that you can't pass up on an offer. Collect 8 red coins. Yes! I mean, dude, you saw me get those Figuarts Mario figures for like only a few bucks a figure when, you know, retail they're like 40. So sometimes you really can't pass up on some deals. Yeah!